Fullerton, California police are being investigated for beating a homeless schizophrenic man to death. Okay, the man's name was Kelly Thomas. His father actually used to be a police officer for the department years ago. He's retired. But what ended up happening is police were called to a scene where they believed that the suspect, Kelly Thomas, was burglarizing a vehicle. Okay. One thing led to another. The details are sketchy. We don't know how it escalated to this point, but all of a sudden, 6 police officers start beating him up and tasing him repeatedly.
Is there video of this?
There is video of it, but you don't see him getting beat. You just hear him in the background, and he's yelling, "Dad, Dad, Dad," because his dad was a former police officer. Here's the video that is posted online. Can we turn up the sound, please?
Here comes more cops already. Look at this.
How you zoom in?
That many people in one guy?
How you zoom in?
Can't. Let's go right there by that butt.
Oh, spread over the thing.
Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're on dock.
Alright, those are best. Those not. He's already down on the ground already. He's getting shot though.
So that's the video that's making its rounds on the internet. Another thing that's making its rounds on the internet is his before and after picture. So there's a photo of him lying. Before we show it, let me just warn you guys, it's extremely graphic. I got sick to my stomach the first time I saw it. So if you're not into that, don't look at this. But there's his before picture. Now let's see his after picture after he got beat by the police.
Oh, God.
Yeah, okay, we've seen enough. So he died 5 days after being beat, and the Fullerton Police Department is being, or the police involved in this are being investigated. 5 of them are reassigned to doing something different. 1 of them is on administrative leave.
Unbelievable. You know, I mean, first of all, the number of taser killings. They're just, I mean, just the problem is that the cops are just overusing this, and they're using it inappropriately, and it's horrible. I mean, I don't know how you justify punching. I mean, you know.
How, as a human being, how do you beat someone to the point where they're incapacitated, where they're bleeding all over the place, where their face is unrecognizable? How do you allow yourself to do that? I mean, in my opinion, these cops are so drunk on power, the people involved in this situation, that they don't even care. Like, you have to be so insensitive to allow it to get to that point.
Look, you know, you know, it's very difficult because in those situations, you don't know if your life is being threatened. You know, you're in there, you're trying to get but that's a question of training. You know, at the end of the day, it's a question of training, and it's also a question of screening. I mean, do we have people on the police force who are not capable of controlling themselves in a situation like that, who are not able to stop when it's clear the guy is completely incapacitated because he's been tased 5 times and he has no even face left that he's been beaten. I mean, so it's a training issue, and it's also a screening issue, I think, on some level.
And you know, another aspect of the story that's important is the surveillance. Okay, would this story be something that we're talking about today if that video didn't exist? No. And right now, police enforcement throughout the country want to ban citizens from videotaping them on the phone. On the phones. And you know what? That cannot pass. That is unacceptable because this is a situation that otherwise would not be talked about.
Absolutely. We wouldn't even hear of it. There would be no story about it. There would be nothing. Without the video, forget about it. I mean, you saw that. I'm sure you saw that clip of that woman who got arrested for videotaping.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
And so yeah, it's pretty stunning. There's you know, you need to be able to. This is one of the most important tools we have to just put a check on these type of abuses. And anybody who believes in good police work also wants this type of check, because this is the way that they can make sure that their police systems are working.
Right.
Because cops are not trained to do this. They're trained specifically not to do this. They're not trained to kill people. And so this is an indication that there's been a breakdown, and these people probably should not be cops.
I agree. I could not agree more.